Good evening, y'all. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I forgot to say my name earlier. I was so excited. But good evening. My name is Marian E. King, um, owner of Emptiness Logistics and more. I just wanted to hop on really quickly and say, hey, for y'all who didn't catch me earlier, I've been sick, so I had not been on. But I wanted to hop on this evening and um, give a couple of announcements. Um, Tell you all, for those who missed it this morning, to head over, follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Empty Nest Logistics and more. The and more is important. So this morning I went live, and our conversation was careful with your contract. So you want to go check that out. Make sure you have a pencil and a paper, because there's some good notes on there, and there's some things that you could write down that you may need to use and say. Tomorrow, in the 11 o'clock hour again, I believe, I will be going live, and we will be talking about hiring. Well, I'm gonna call it hiring and firing, even though we go into partnerships. But um, how can I say it better? Partnering with and releasing yourself, or releasing the partnership, and how to do it and for what reason, suggested reasons that this may be something that you want to do. And we'll also talk about plan of action. So tomorrow in the 11 o'clock hour, if you can catch it live, that's what we're going to talk about. When you come to my lives, please have your pencil and the paper ready, because we never know when the information spirit is going to fall. And when it does, it comes off the dome. So I might not be able to run it back, play it back, because it just comes to me like that. However, when you catch the playback, the replay, you can catch it again. So anyway, I came on here tonight. So a couple of things. Right now, if you need the course only, if you are not interested in a monthly membership and you just want the course for the duration of this live, you can get my self-paced dispatching course for $97. Okay, hit the link in my bio, and you can get it right now for $97 for the duration of this live. All right. Thing two, I have a monthly membership. Okay, it's a $3,000 offer, but I have broken it down and made it a $50 a month membership. This membership is called the Dispatch Trinity. Okay, with this Trinity, you get the self-paced dispatching course in its entirety. Okay, you get the video research library. Okay, the video um, replay library. Okay, in there is you get the all of the coaching and mentoring. Sorry, y'all done took this medicine. This coaching and mentoring, all of the coaching and mentoring videos. So all of the subjects that we talked about broken down, a whole lot of cold calling, how different people did it. You'll be able to watch them from not being so confident to building their confidence, different ways that you can speak to carriers, different ways that you can present yourself. You'll see some people who got a yes on their first call. You get to see people who had to call over and over and over again. You'll also see where people got a yes on the first call, but when we revisit it, they couldn't get the person to answer them back. All different sorts of things. And I think that this library is important, because you are able to see how this really goes down. And then what completes the Trinity is having access to live assistance. So this is done through Discord. So when I say live assistance, it is not a one-on-one situation. You are in a group that I am in, and those who assist me are in. Once you enter into the space, this is where you will ask your questions when you're operating in your business. This is where you will get assistance Monday through Thursday, excuse me, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are the hours that brokers are operating. These are also the times where you have the most going on when it comes to your business. So that's when everything is going down. Okay, the broker is tripping, the carrier is not answering the phone, or they're running late, or they keep refusing loads. All of those things in action. Okay. Again, it is not a one-on-one. I will answer you one-on-one. We'll be in there. It's also a space for you to be encouraged. Okay, so that is where that happens. So that is the Trinity. That is going to open for the last time this year. Okay, on November the 15th. It will open and it will close on November the 15th. That will not open up again until January the 15th. All right. So if you are looking to get started and already be in there and operate as you need to, then you definitely want to get in here before it closes. Um, okay. Um, okay. You definitely want to make sure that you are in there. Okay. So I wanted to talk about that. If you are in need of a dispatcher agreement, okay, you got one and it's 30 pages long, and you have a good conversation with your carrier after getting the ebook, My Homeboy Said. Let me back it up. Okay, that email, hello, that ebook will help you with finding your own carriers, interviewing your own carriers, overcoming objections, what to say to brokers on your first phone call. It will definitely boost your confidence. A lot of us do not want to cold call because we do not know how. Okay, this will help you understand that cold calling is not script. This is small business to small business. So we are speaking conversationally while getting our questions answered. And this ebook will help you. All right. Now I'm going to go into the agreement. If you have a dispatcher agreement or you do not have a dispatcher agreement, you want to get one. If yours is very long and you are having a great conversation with a potential client, a potential carrier, hit the ebook. I'm sorry, hit the link in my bio for the ebook, um, and for the agreement. In the link in my bio, go to my Shopify store and then get the ebook. My Homeboy Said, and then you'll see the agreement as well. But if you have one that's really long and you have a great conversation and you go into your 24 to 48-hour research time and you come back and you decide, hey, we're able to work together, and you send them that agreement and it is 30 pages long, you're going to keep emailing them and calling them and they're not going to respond. That is overwhelming. So I have condensed one, okay, brought it all the way down. It gets to the point. It does what is plug and play as well. So once you order it, you put your logo and all of your information into it. You add what you want to add to it if you want to. You remove anything if you want to remove it. And this will help you out tremendously because it allows them to get directly to the point and be done and ready to start services. Okay, okay, excuse me. If you missed again this morning, if you missed the live, okay, head over to my Facebook page and follow me, Empty Nest Logistics and more, and follow me on YouTube, Empty Nest Logistics. It was a good one. Have your paper and your pencil. Okay, we talked about being careful with your contract. We talked about how don't be so quick to go into a contractual agreement with someone without doing research and without knowing for sure that you are able to move them in the future. I use the term move them in the future because many of them are new. So it can take at this time probably up to 6 months to consistently keep them moving. Okay. So you want to, when you do your research, you want to make sure that you're looking and you're contacting your brokers or you're on your load boards for future. How does it look for them once they start building credit for themselves with brokers in the industry? Will I really be able to move them in the places and spaces that they want to go? So you want to check that out. And I came on this evening to not only give you all the announcements and have you go and make sure that you're getting that information. This is free information on my YouTube and my Facebook, okay? In depth and in detail and going all up and through it. And that sort of thing is definitely in the membership. But out here in these free streets, I still make sure I give it to you. Whether you join the membership or not, you're still going to get information that is definitely going to help you out a whole lot. Okay. So I came on tonight for, just conversational Q&A. If anybody had any questions, anybody had any concerns, I never want to be before you long. Okay. But I wanted to do like a little, a little mild check-in. See how y'all doing. Is everybody all right? Everybody okay? I know y'all ain't seen me in over a week and some change. Illness had come upon me. Okay. And it did not want to shake loose. All right. Um, but we got on past it. Okay. We eased right on up out of there. All right. So any questions, any concerns? If not, I'm gonna get on off of here. But I just wanted to come on really quickly for those who did not or cannot catch me in the morning. Y'all catch the replays when you can, but I still want to make sure that you have the opportunity to ask questions and express concerns. Also, this morning, um, there was somebody who was asking. Now, let me sip this tea too. She was asking, what does she do now that the funds are depleting and the market is doing what it's doing and it's not getting any better for her. And I let her know that she would need to. I don't know what her beginning was with her carrier. I don't know if she did a plan of action. I don't know what kind of conversation that they had. But if there's anybody who is dealing with the decline, your percentage is not being what it is, your carrier is beginning to get a little antsy with you. They're not outright saying or expressing that they don't feel like you're doing what needs to be done, even though we know the market. But I suggested to her to revisit the conversation. If you can stand to lower the price in 30-day increments, have that conversation, because listen, these fresh out of the gate, they're out here. They're offering free for a week, free for 2 weeks. They're offering 3% and all that sort of thing. And honestly, when these carriers are seeing the decline, they're gonna start going for some of that kind of stuff because they feel they're not looking at the quality of work that this new company is going to do. They're looking at not having to pay them. And as a quality dispatcher, we do not work for free. Okay. As someone who knows their worth, you do not work for free. We can have a conversation about discounted. Good evening. We can also have a conversation about, us starting together, and a we can do have a conversation about that sort of percentage. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Bruce, your opinion, what is the most profitable move for trucks? Is it over the road? When you are new, you want to leave all of those I don't know if you're new or not, Bruce, but you want to leave that option open just because you're in that period where it's going to be challenging to consistently keep you moving. However, there is still success, but keep that in mind, because it's depending on what you need, where you want to go. But there's also success in local runs. It just depends on what you need, what is available, how you're going to be able to do it, and breaking your way into the industry. Because this is just an example, y'all, and these are always examples and suggestions. Let's say that you start and you get a broker to work with you. You done broke ground, you want to do well, you've done well. Okay. And let's just say it was a local run. Let's just say it was 250 miles, and it paid $1,000. Okay. That's real cute. But again, this is an example. And you do well. That broker or that shipper may tell that broker, hey, I liked how they looked, I liked how they delivered, I liked how they were dressed, whatever, I would like for them to come back. Boom, you hit it. And I'm telling you all this because there's so many variables. So there's nothing that I will say to you on certain subjects that is definitive. Because one, whoever you believe in or you manifest to, whatever, if you believe that, it's going to happen for you. Also, it can be luck. Also, it can be how somebody felt that day. So there's so many different things. But I like for the new carriers and the new businesses, once we live them, when we listen and we educate them, okay, and then we see them, we set the expectation. We like for them to know that, so they know what the expectation is from the dispatcher. So when I ask you to take something and are you able to go over the road when I'm doing the interview process, I need a definitive answer. I have nothing against wives. Okay, I'm a wife. Um, but be mindful when you all are starting these businesses, because we just have to be real. There are a lot of carriers who are starting their businesses who are leaving companies. Okay, some of them have been to companies for years. Some of them have been at company for a short time, and they have heard about the trucking game, and they jump out and they feel like they're going to be these entrepreneurs, and they're going to run Monday through Friday, and they're going to be home every night, and their wives, well, their significant others are telling them that, yeah, start it for yourself and you run the business and you need to be home every day and you're not going to do this and this. We as a dispatcher, this is just a suggestion. We cannot and we will not compete with your significant other, because we are operating in a space of reality they're operating in a space of want. And if we're going to be real with ourselves in the entrepreneurial capacity, period, nothing is going to come to us quickly. So we have to keep that in mind. We're going to dish out more time and money in the beginning, and that beginning can be 1, 2, 3 years sometimes, than we will as things get going. And if we know this information beforehand, we are able to have a realistic conversation with our significant other, and they don't put these unrealistic expectations that are set in stone on you before you reach out to somebody and really get the real information. So hold on a second. The shipping manager at Honda reached out to me recently, back when I was cold emailing and texting. I don't anymore. um, she sent a carrier packet. What should I do? Do you have a carrier? Oh, was this before I told you you shouldn't be reaching out to them people? Okay, because the reason I'm asking is if you have a carrier, I understand how you would talk. Oh, goodness, you do have a carrier? Because if you have a carrier and you are in a contractual agreement with them, then you fill out that carrier packet, especially if your carrier is able to do that run. And y'all, let me just throw this in here. That's why I always tell y'all, when y'all get on here with me, just make sure you have a pencil and a paper. Um, y'all, oh shoot, it'll come back to me. Make sure send a carrier packet. What should I do? Yes. If you see, hello. Um, y'all fill out that carrier packet though. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Y'all make sure, for those of you who are contacting, I have 2 box trucks out here signed on. What equipment is the Honda dealership looking for? Dang it. What was I saying, y'all? I get excited. When y'all get the people, y'all, I get excited because I be wanting y'all to, hey, it's time. It's about to go. It's go time. Chippers, when y'all are reaching out to direct connecting, whether you are doing it yourself for your business or whether you are doing it as a dispatcher and somebody contacts you back, y'all make sure y'all ask these people, brokers, this, y'all know I was looking into the brokerage, but as a dispatcher, if you're doing that, make sure y'all ask these people, what lanes are they having problems with? What lane are y'all having, difficulties keeping somebody on? Because as somebody new that's coming into it, I don't care if it's problematic. Am I going to make a couple of dollars to pay this insurance and be ready for maintenance and pay this truck payment? Okay, because we got to do what we have to do before we can do what we want to do. I have 2 box trucks signed on. So find out, well, try to go back to your message and see, the I don't want to use lie. What the trickery that you were told to do, and see what that equipment was, because she responded to you from something that you sent her. So find out what that is. And then you can now, here's the thing. This is why y'all need to get into membership. But I'm about to show y'all how it goes down in the membership, what you're learning. So Kevin, okay, if I want to call him Kevin, I can call him Kevin. So here's what we're gonna do. I don't know anything. I got past all the gatekeepers, and it led me to the Honda shipping manager. And after I gave him my spiel, he sent a carrier packet and gave me no info. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're about to turn it around. All right, so what you can do is, since you don't quite know what happened there, you can reach out to them before you fill out the carrier packet. Y'all, hope y'all writing this down because I don't know where we're going and what's happening. But here we go. You want to reach out to them. If they send it this evening, you return it in the morning. You want to reach out and say, hey, how's it going? I received your carrier packet. Being that it was such and such time that it did it, can you refresh me or let me know what type of equipment you are looking for in order to make this move or whatever it is that Honda wants? If it is in fact the equipment that you were told to tell that fib about, at this time, we're going to have to reverse the fib. So you will have to let them know that at this time, do you have anything available for these box trucks? At this time, this specific piece of equipment, now you can put it how you want to put it, okay? This specific piece of equipment is no longer available at this time, because you do not have to say, I don't work with them. You definitely don't have to go back and say, I lied, because this is what you were taught. And what I will not do is beat down what you have been taught when you did not know and you had not come yet into the knowledge and understanding over here at Emptiness Logistics. But what we will do is turn this thing around, and it will work out the way that it needs to work out for us. Because one thing that I'm good at, okay, is I can help you turn something around for the better, even if it does not end up in the space that you needed to be in. And this is one of the reasons that I stress you all get into my membership, because we gonna mess up, because we have been taught certain things and we may not know how to fix it. But if we get an idea or a suggestion, um, either say it how I say it or put it in a verbiage or in a way that is comfortable to your mouth or to your email, to your font, we can turn it around. And even again, if it doesn't go the way you want it, they have you in mind. They never have to know that you lied. Okay. Because you lied. Okay. They'll never have to know that. But what we can do is see what we can do from here. We can't worry about the can't do. But the can do is to reach back out to them, and you use it on them, because you sent that email. You've been listening to me for the past 2 weeks. So you sent that email or that cold message at least 3 weeks ago. So you want to appear that, you're so busy and business is booming, because there's a difference in telling a lie, y'all. And there's a difference in acting. And there's also a difference in, I have got the hook. How can I hold on to this? And, not looking competent. So we're not going to be on here acting. We're not going to act like we own and boss and all that, but we can present ourselves as professionals and look like we got it going on, because we do. They want me to return questions they're asking for. So the questions is, okay, when was the carrier established? Where is the carrier based? Is the carrier asset based or brokerage, or both? Tell me about your fleet. What do you have and where can they go? This is about to be a good night. All right? Paper and pencil. I don't know where it's going, but let's go. So this dealership, okay, assumes that this message was from a broker, okay? Because the questions that they're asking, some of them he can, but as far as asset based and all that, as a dispatcher, we are not. His teachings taught him to reach out to people with this specific verbiage, the fool you verbiage, and now he's getting a response because somebody had him operating as if he was a broker. So for those who've been following me or not, okay, do they have Canadian clearance, fast pass, Mexico clearance? How do you track your fleet? GPS, mobile, all of that. What are your dispatch hours? Okay, boom, dedicated staff after hours. Okay, that's the norm part. But the part before that, they're asking, y'all know when I told y'all, as a dispatcher, okay, we do not have time to be reaching out to shippers. First of all, you see how long it took them to contact them back. But here's one of the things. When I told y'all, and I tell this to the brokers, which is why a lot of them come back and learn how to dispatch. You have to have something for them. So they're basically asking, how many trucks do you have? He don't have any. He doesn't have any that they want or that they need, because this is why if we are not in a contractual agreement, we should not be reaching out to shippers or brokers, because when they call our bluff, because now guess what? Somebody has canceled, something has happened. They might be redoing and going with a new company. And because he was told to operate the way that he was, they are now ready to call him on it. Hey, you sent us this message. We got this money. We're ready for you to get this bag. We need to know what you got, because you reached out to us as if you were an established company, and that you pretty much, I think that you're a broker, because I'm asking you what you have for me, because this company is basically saying, how much you going to charge me? How can we get into a contractual agreement? How many trucks do you have access to? Because we're ready to get this money. But because of the way that he was trained, he's not ready. Never Debo the shipper. He's not ready. But no. Let me take that back. I'm not going to say that he's not ready. We are going to operate in the space that we are in. So right now, since he did that, and since he now knows, he has taken on 2 box trucks. So what we're going to try to do is see what we can get for these box trucks while seeing all that they need. So even if I said, like I said, if it doesn't turn out the way he would like it, the way we would like it, because I get excited, okay, they will still keep us in mind. And when they provide him with the information of what they have, when he gets that, he can contact them back and say, hey, y'all know how I tell y'all when you get ready to take something on, contact your contacts. Hey, I'm getting ready to take on a flatbed. Well, he's not going to have to do that part because they're going to tell him what they need. But this is a prime example, y'all, of why we have to continue to do research. And I'm grateful for y'all. And this is why I continue to put out information and tell y'all the truth and the real. So we don't have this, but we got this, okay? Which we're going to turn this around as best we can. And I'm going to keep y'all up because he's actually in the membership. So I'm going to keep up with him concerning this because you sure are. Join the Discord space. That's where we do all of the assisting, Kevin. It's not a one-on-one. It's in a group setting, but I assist you in that space. But what you have to do the part that I just told you first, because in their response, you actually need to ask them first what equipment that they're looking for, because we need to be able to respond to them accordingly. So that's why you're going to use the, hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I know it's been several weeks since we, communicated, at that time, I had this and here. Can you let me know the specific equipment that you're looking for at this time? Because we got to get ahead of that. But in order to do that, before we fill out anything, we need to know that, because their response is going to dictate our response. So if they write back and they tell you, oh, we want a flatbed, he sent it 2 days ago. You've been in the membership since last week. You ain't told me, ain't nobody told me nothing. Y'all who are in the space, if y'all on here, go back when you first enter the space. I have the welcome email and I have the Discord space in there. That is what I have it there for, because sometimes y'all hit the jackpot before y'all finish the information. So we gonna go, when you're ready to go. Because sometimes it moves quickly like this. Kevin is just on the move, and already, they're responding. So, y'all just know that if it doesn't make sense, keep looking. Keep looking. I understand we talk what we talk, but we're gonna get Kevin together. We sure are. Even if they need somebody for parts, them box trucks can move them parts. Okay, we about to get something out of this. You hear me? If not now or right now, very soon. Very soon. He has a whole contact. Thank you so much. And welcome, y'all. Welcome. Again, y'all, if y'all have any questions, any concerns, I will say lie. Tell them you have access to X amount of trucks and call your friends in the industry. But that's the thing, B.S. Ward. He's just starting. He's making, so we got to turn it around from where he is to try to get what we need. But I definitely needed them to respond to him and give him the equipment that he needs. Because even in that, if they say some equipment, I can, we can come on here and we can contact together. We got some of the people that's in the group. We can come on here and try to see what we can do in the interim. But if we just cannot do anything, if nothing else, he know that he has that contact and he knows what equipment they're going to need. And if it is still available, if the offer is still available at the time, he can still, try to move forward. But this is exciting stuff, y'all. And this is how it goes down. That's why I told y'all earlier, we can set the expectation. Okay. But sometimes it moves quickly. And it's the timing, it's, your manifestation, whatever it is that you do, it's your time. It's your time. It's your time. Okay. You will get a song over here. Okay. It is, educational entertainment over here. We'll strike out in song. What are we talking about? We are talking about, we're in entrepreneurship in the administrative roles of transportation. So that's the dispatching, those who are starting and wanting to run their own trucking companies, and brokers. So we're just having conversations in different scenarios and talking about how we all work together, and a little bit of what type of order you should operate in, so movement happens, or how to turn some things around. So we just having a little conversation, little conversational Q&A. Welcome. Mm-hmm. So yes, y'all, let me scroll up just in case. I'm looking for the Discord email. Kevin, when you log into it, when you go onto Patreon, there's a welcome email. I mean, not a welcome email, I'm sorry. There's a welcome like paragraph. And it tells you, welcome, thank you so much for trusting me with your needs. Once you go all the way down to the end of that, you'll see the Discord link. Just click it. And then you'll be in there. But of course, we're not on there tonight. But tomorrow, 8 a.m., we go. We're in there. Hey, Gina, how's it going? So it's right in the welcome. Matter of fact, let me go ahead now and see if I could tag you. And I actually just made a post today that reminds you all to please come to the Discord space. Crazy, crazy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. IFTA. Y'all, can we talk about IFTA really quick? If there's anyone who is wanting to learn how to do IFTA so they can add IFTA to their services, oh, excuse me, okay, tomorrow evening, I will be making an announcement on when Gina is going to teach us IFTA. Okay, so you can get your mind right and we can have the dates together. She has an ebook on IFTA that gives you the play-by-play, but what she's doing now is actually going to teach it to you. She's going to do it. She has the PowerPoint and everything ready. So this is going to be something that you want to get into. So I'll make that announcement tomorrow on the dates. So added services is a good thing. Okay. Oh, and that's also some stuff that I do. If you're in the group and I see that you are good at something, I try to cultivate that. And even if you don't display things, it doesn't always have to be in this space. And y'all know I'm waiting patiently, patiently, patiently. My goodness, ever so patiently for my government contract application to be complete, because I'm going to pull my community together, and everybody in my community is not in the dispatching space. Some of y'all have cleaning businesses, some of y'all have washaterias, some of y'all. So if you're in my community, you under this membership, I will be checking for you first when I come in contact with things and see, what you got going on. Listen, we about to go, we about to grow. Amen. Amen. Mm-hmm. Mm. Let me see if I can tag it right now, Patreon, before I get beside myself. Kevin. Okay, I just did a tag. Hopefully it tagged. The other extreme is blowing up. My goodness. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Woo, goodness. All right. Thank y'all so much. Again, if there's anybody who just wants to take the course by itself, the self-paced course, you can pay $97 for the duration of this live. If you are someone who just wants the course, you don't want the membership. But I do recommend that if you are someone, now you only have access to the course for 30 days. Okay. Another reason why I created that space is it makes no sense to me in my mind. We will do it in the Discord space, Kevin, tomorrow, 8 to 1. That's where we'll operate in that, and we'll do it, and that's where it happens. And you can upload it in there. I got you. I got you. Um, dang, see, I got caught up. Oh, if you are just wanting that, I created part of the creation of the membership is there are people who pay hundreds to thousands of dollars for courses, and then life happens. You know, it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months later. You're just coming down off the roller coaster that life is sends you on, and you are far and past getting a refund. So I figure if you get the $50 a month membership, whether life happens or not, the course and everything that you need and having access to live assistance whenever life releases you is more cost effective than paying that lump sum for something and not being able to do it or get your money back or restart because life. And while we're talking about life and while we're on the subject, y'all know as a real life person, y'all know as an entrepreneur, I do not withhold information. Look, I don't took my earrings off like I'm about to fight. I don't withhold information. I don't um withhold information or anything like that. But at this moment, this might feel a little to college. At this moment, I have to bring something up. Okay. I, you, all of the entrepreneurs here, please let us look at one another like we look at Macy's, like we look at Nordstrom's, like we look at those things. Okay. You cannot go into any of those places and say, well, some of them you might, but in my sense, you can't. Okay. And come back in 30 days and all that, and you want your refund, you pass the time, or you come back and you want to say, hey, when I bought this last month, it wasn't 50% off and I want the 50% off. Oh, well, life came at me hard and I wasn't able to do anything about it or wear this, so I want my money. Y'all, please respect. Oh, I almost make it. Please respect my mind. Please respect my business. I work hard. You work hard. You study hard. You play hard. I am providing a service. You know what the service is. You know what the conditions are. You understand that. And we're going to stick to that. So these nasty emails that y'all send, okay, because you went out of town and you had the time to run out and that's a you thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And I will no longer take the disrespect and the entitlement because I can only talk about me. I have free, okay? And I'm going to go here just for a second. I'm not going to go deep, but I'm going to go because it's insulting, okay? It's insulting when you come to me and you say, hey, I know you had a sale on yesterday and I wasn't able to do it. Can you please open it up for me? Can you please? I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to do right now. The heartstrings. Oh, I had this going on in the family and I've been living out of my car and all of the things. I just can you if you will allow me, if you just help me. Okay. And then in the same breath, hey, I was on vacation in the Dominican Republic and I wasn't able to, or hey, I know you opened the thing back up, but I never got a chance to get around to it. So can you open it back up for me? Can you? That'll be a no because I do what I do because I'm called to serve. And when I serve, you don't have to buy anything from me. You can choose to sit here and listen to me and not tap the screen, not purchase a thing, not do anything ever. But you want the most for the least. You want me to come on here and you want me to talk to you. You want me to give you the free. But then you want to get under the videos and say, I don't want to watch all that. That was too long. Can you just give me the gist? Can you just give me the information? Can I email you? Can we schedule a call? My free is YouTube. My free is YouTube. For 3 years, I came on here and I talked. I accepted your emails. I accepted your calls. I did all of that for free. You know why I did that? Because somebody out here in these internet streets said, you need to give the people value. You need to help the people understand why they should. You need to find yourself a niche. I need to be me. I need to be of service. I need to provide real-time, realistic information that sets you on a course and guides you to the space of freedom that you want to be in the way that you want to be in, and in the way that success looks to you. Okay? Not quite sure why service went in this direction. Be said, because a lot of times when we feel people and we relate to people, we can sometimes see the weakness in them that is in us, and we know how to play, because everybody has a gift, whether you use it for good, bad, or indifferent. Okay? And where I may be strong in something, you may be weak. Where you may be weak in it, where I may be weak in it, you may be strong. But there are some people who can see you. Y'all know why I caught so much hell in the past few months? Why the people who out here with the big names and the big money, who supposedly never heard of me, got all my paid platforms shut down? Because I'm going to tell you something. When a person is not happy with themselves, and or they can see what it is that you're going to be, all right, the jealousy, the envy, the strife rears its ugly head so hard that they don't care or care to focus on what they're doing and their own successes. They're focused on tearing you down. Okay? I'm not sure who this is for, but I'm sure enough ministering to myself at this time. And when you're going through that kind of hell out of nowhere, okay, when you're not bothering nobody, when you stand in your own lane, all right, and you praying and you meditating and you doing whatever it is that you need to do, and you come to complete focus, all hell is going to break loose. Because when you come through that fire, okay, you will be unscathed. And when you get to the other side, it's some people that ain't gonna be able to say hello. It's some people that ain't gonna be able to touch. It's some people that ain't gonna be able to come. It's some people that ain't gonna be able to move. And no heaven, hell, no devil in hell nipping at my ankles or at my feet gonna keep me from what is promised to me. Because my job, my task is to serve. My job, my task is to keep my eyes on the prize. My job and my task, okay, is to remind who I serve of the promises that are mine, okay? And the words that he spoke to me are not going to be null. They're not going to be void. They're not going to fall by the wayside. And if this is not what you subscribe to at this moment, you might need to leave and come back, because one thing about what happens over here is when the spirit falls and I am led to speak, because I know that there are people on here who need more than dispatching information, because I am one that tells you all the time that dispatching is a ministry. And in administering this information and allowing the spirit to move as it needs to move is going to administer healing, is going to administer clarification, is going to administer a salve on someone who has an open wound. This is going to move and be a icebreaker, a hell reliever. This right here is about to set somebody free. And if you don't subscribe to this right here at this particular time, you may want to log out and come back, because it is time. It is time for you to have what you're supposed to have. It is time for you to move how you're supposed to move. It is time for you to release what you are supposed to release. And let me tell y'all something. I'm going through right now. I'm having separation anxiety, okay, because my young adults have to leave the nest. Okay. And I'm having a hard time with that. But I know and I understand that if I do not release them on their own, I will not be able to see what I have poured into them manifest into what they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to have. Now, that's for me. But for somebody else, release it out into it. What you have poured into it, you're about to get out of it. What you have put into it, what you have sown, you are about to reap. In whatever way it needs to come to you, now is the time. Believe that thing, walk in that thing, move in that thing, operate in that thing. Speak it as though it is already happening. Release what you cannot do anything about. Operate in what you can. Woo! I got to get up off of that because this is not where I plan on going and this is not the space. But if that was for you, get what you need. You hear me? And do a dance for me because I am still yet in business mode, but I need you to know and understand. Okay? You've been through, you've been going through. The same lesson has had to be repeated over and over again. The same gossip has been going on over you over and over again. But let me tell you about the mouth. The mouth that is speaking negatively on you, your life, your situation was going. The mouths are about to shut. Because let me tell you one thing about the mouths. They can only regurgitate and repeat something for a certain amount of time. And it can only be effective if you continue to receive it. It can only be effective if you continue to allow it to affect you. But if you open up your mouth, and you speak to who you speak to, okay, and you let that entity know, okay, whether it is God, whether it is the universe, whether it is Jesus, whether it is whatever it is that you believe, you tell that thing, I have had enough. From this moment forward, I will reconnect with you and we will shut the mouths that are speaking. They will not be as strong as they are because their mouths are speaking harder over what it is that I want more than I want what it is that I want. From this moment forward, I will not be affected. From this moment forward, I will not be operating in that space. From this moment forward, they will not see me. When they see me and come in contact with me again, I will have excelled to such a level that they will have to beg me to see about them, and I will. I will, because there was something in me that they needed in them in order for them to open their mouth and put their mouth onto me negatively like that. And now that you see me shining, let me pour a little light on your dark situation, okay? Because I have gotten to where I am so I can reach back and help you. I have gotten to where I am so I can provide to you and show you and lead by example that you too can be something. You too can be somebody. You too can have something. I'm going to come up off of that because this ain't the time. But if that was for you, you're going to get up off that. Hold on a second, y'all, because I feel my mule trying to get away from me. So I got to walk this thing off because this ain't, and matter of fact, I'm not going to, listen. Everybody all right? Hey, everybody all right? Okay. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Because somebody needed to hear that. Okay. And we still keeping time. All right. I wanted to do an hour. We 47 minutes in. All of the information that you needed was given at the beginning. So if you get to this point and you catch the replay and this is not for you, you can cut it off rounding about the 28-minute mark. Okay. We did tarry along a little bit over into about the 38-minute mark, but along came the 40-minute mark, If that ain't for you, just go ahead and check out now because everything is not favored by it. But I do understand that obedience is better than sacrifice. And if I had not said what needed to be said on tonight, I could be the one that withholds the breakthrough for the next person. I could be the one that allowed this person to jump off the cliff because I did not operate in obedience and open my mouth and speak what needed to be spoken, whether it was for me or whether it was for somebody else. You know, it be that way sometime on this channel. All right, it be that way sometime, but I'm gonna pull myself together. Y'all all right? Okay, is everybody okay? Okay, is everybody all right? Y'all keep me lifted. Keep me lifted. You hear me? Because again, y'all know how I talk to y'all, and I tell y'all, you have to talk to your family. You have to make sure that your family is growing along with your business. You have to make sure that your household is understanding what is happening and what is going on when it comes to you in your business. You have to understand when it's time to release. You have to understand when there's a trauma bond. You have to understand when you have trauma, when you're operating in a space of childhood things and trauma that you did not know would affect you in your adulthood, would affect you in your business, would affect you in your marriage, would affect you in your friendship. There's a lot of things that happen to us that we don't realize that we're operating in a space of trauma. We're operating in a space of failure to thrive, failure to launch. We're operating in the space of my mama didn't do what I needed to do to be the person that she needed to be. My daddy wasn't there how he needed to be. Somebody touched on me. Somebody was operating in this space. Somebody did this to me. Somebody did that to me. And now I cannot function. And now I cannot move forward. Release yourself on tonight. Release yourself right now. Release yourself in the moment. You know, right now, because at this point, whatever they did to you, whatever they said about you, whatever they took from you, now if you're still harboring on that, it's a you thing. Okay, because whatever they did, however they did it, whatever they said, whatever they touched, however they moved, when you get to the gates, if there are some gates, you don't have to answer for what they did. You don't have to respond for how they move. You don't have to answer to and about anyone but you. And while you're sitting in your harboring and you're sitting in your stewing, they are sleeping well at night, and you don't want those people to be in a place that you thought you were supposed to be in because you held on to hell in your life when they were never affected. We will not from this moment forward, let anybody have that much control on us. Yes, it is easy to say, but if we begin to say that more often and more loudly and more boldly than we do the offense, ultimately this will overcome the offense. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on this evening. I know I'm supposed to be on here talking about dispatching, but I don't know what is moving on tonight. And I don't know who needs to hear it on the night. And I can always not let this video upload. And I can always help my daughter get me to cut off this ending part. But we're gonna move on tonight. This Good Tuesday. Okay, we're going to move. We're not going to let nobody make us feel bad. We're not going to let sickness operate and hold on to us. We're not going to let how the bank account ain't looking. We're not going to let how the people won't renew the lease. We're not going to let bad credit. I can't purchase no home. I can't get nowhere to stay. Because one thing about it, if you got movement and you have the activity of your limbs, you get up, you do day labor, you get up, baby, it's people out here busting it open and dropping it down low and living at that extended stay. There is no reason that you can't make it and do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. It is time to release that is holding on to us stronger than what we want to be. It's time for us to release that is holding on to us stronger than what we want to have. It is time, and I am about to wear this stick off this fan, but I'm going to keep on fanning this fan because this ain't the time or the place to dance that I feel that is coming on, but I need to get these words out because one thing about it, I must be in control of my emotions because in decency and in order, the word is coming forth and I cannot allow my emotions to cause me to operate in a space of action that makes people think that's what's going on this live is witchcraft. That's going on this live is the devil. That's going on to get this word, receive these words, and you don't have to be a religious person to receive these words. You can receive these words in the way that you need to receive them. Because whether you believe in anything spiritual or you around here smoking your weed and gathering your rock chakras and all of that, when there is hell going on in your life, you can hold on to them chakras. Baby, you can smoke your weed. You can get as high as you want to where you feel like you're sitting next to God. But everybody needs an affirmation. Everybody needs an encouraging word. Everybody needs something for somebody to tell them that you're going to make it out. I've been through that. I was there. Okay. And ain't a chakra in this world, ain't a Bible in this world, ain't no sage in this world more powerful than somebody who has had the experience and you see that they overcame it, that they're still alive. Did you die? No, you didn't. Did you overcome? Yes, you did. Did you learn anything? Yes, you did. So it doesn't matter what you believe in, religion, spiritual, none of that. But for the words of our testimony, that's how we get through. That's how we break out. That's how we move forward. That's how we get aligned. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God that this thing on here is plastic and not wood because it would be popped by now. Again, I'm trying to keep myself together. If there is anyone, will there be one? All right, that has any questions, any concern, this is still business, but I am heavy on the faith because if it had not been for the faith, if it had not been for the belief, if it had not been for experiences, if it had not been for people, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, I would not be here to talk to you. I would not be here to deliver this message. I would not be here to say these words. I would not be here to give you this information. I would not be here as an entrepreneur. And you will come out of whatever it is that you're going through and you will walk into. You will be, you will move, you will thrive. You will no longer just exist. You will be, you can be, you shall be. I shall, I will, I must. And we were not created to live in hell on this earth. We were created to have something, be something, and enjoy this life until we get to our next destination. And on today, you will release that what is binding you up. Okay? You're not broke. You're between blessings. Okay? Your ship ain't came in yet. Be very careful with your verbiage because the things that you say out your mouth are what becomes your reality. Say to yourself right now, what's supposed to be mine is going to be mine. Bill, you don't run me. Gas, light, rent. I don't care what you're looking like. I will bring you under subjection. You won't worry me. You won't stress me. You won't keep me hostage on who I used to be, what I used to do, where I used to go, who I used to do it with, how much I did, because there was something that I had to continue to do on this earth because I made it through. My God, today, y'all, I can't apologize. But what I can do is say, if this is not for you, go ahead. It's all right. It's all right. But everybody needs somebody. Everybody. Like I said, I don't know who is here. I don't know who, but I needed it too. And if I didn't release it, I wasn't gonna completely get what I need. Okay? Because when we hold on to stuff that's not ours solely, you're not gonna get what you want to get. You're not gonna get where you want to be because you're selfish. You have to be selfless. You have to be selfless. Okay? Anybody have any questions? Any concerns? It be that way sometime, y'all. I'm so glad you found me too. I'm so good for everybody who here this evening. I'm glad that you are here. Um, because there's one thing about me. What you see is truly what you get. And I try to make sure that when something get on me so heavy that I can't collect my thoughts, it has to come out. You have to know it. I have to tell it to you. And I can't worry about who gonna block me. I can't worry about who not gonna come to my live. I can't worry about who on here talking. I came on here for dispatching, but she on here with all this religious stuff. There was nothing religious about that. That was a word. That was a breakthrough. That was freedom for somebody. And that's the problem now. Everybody wants to be the one that's on top. You don't want to reach back to nobody. You don't want to act like you needed help from anybody. You don't want to act like you had a time where things were not going your way. And that is the problem. This is why people can't be free. This is why people can't be set free, because everybody want to act like they were born sitting on the throne. Okay? But you don't want to tell us that I'm sitting on the throne, but I didn't wash my behind today. I don't want to tell you that I'm sitting on the throne, but if you get too close, you're going to ask, what's that smell? I don't want to tell you that I'm on here and I'm sitting on the throne, but I actually got a buddy pass to get on this, to get this plane ticket. And I also went in with 45 other women and men in order to be able to do this trip and take these pictures. But when I contact you on the for real, and I say, hey, I would like to partner up with you. Well, sis, let me go and be real with you. Right now, I'm sleeping in my car. And, I really don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. However, though, I see you got a good following. So if you go and you put your word out on it and I show up, I should be able to get in financial position to be able to get me a place. This is why I'm mocked. This is why people act like they don't know who I am on this internet. This is why when I come on here and I tell y'all, in this business, I have not made any money in this space in 4 months, while they go make content and want to try to talk about how much money they just made in a week, and while you sitting around doing as if y'all not gonna see it and come and tell me. And a lot of these people that y'all see and come and tell me about, these are people that I told y'all to go see. These are people who I said, hey, so and so, such and such over there got a good thing going on. But you know what I do? I shut my mouth. Because what's for me is going to be for me. Okay. And even though I'm going to support, even though I'm going to tell somebody, even though I'm going to do what I need to do, the one I serve is not going to allow me to be no fool. He's not going to do that. It's a whole bunch of y'all out here with these programs. I know you're watching. All right. I usually don't acknowledge you, but I'm on a roll tonight and I ain't scared. I'm not scared of organized crime calling itself a dispatch service. I'm not scared of those who hitting these trips and claiming that they sitting up and making deals with this company and that company and sign up. I'm not worried about none of that, because this is the thing. This is the truth. I've been in this industry long enough. I've contacted some of these people that you're talking to. I understand what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it, and I know you're not doing it. You want to know how I know you're not doing it? You're on too many trips. If these people done told me we need to meet face to face every Tuesday in order to keep this going, but every Tuesday I see you over the world, You're not, you see. But the things that I tell y'all are from a space of reality, because just like y'all, when I entered into this space, I saw all of the glitz and the glam and the flossing. Okay. And when I began to research and I began to ask questions and I began to make contact with these people and I began to spit out what I know, what they said, you don't really need no help, or block me, because I was out here doing real research. I was out here operating in a real space. So when I created my courses, everything that I have was created by you all. I was out here kicking the bobo just like I'm doing now, for free. For free. People started saying, you need to create something. I want to buy it. Hey, the next time you come on here, I'm going to buy it. You better have something that I can buy. Y'all did it so much that y'all refused to listen to me for free anymore. And y'all said, until I created some kind of curriculum, you could pay for it. See, my steps are ordered. See, what the difference is I am created to serve. And in my serving, my community began to say they want to give me a tithe and an offering. My community began to say, you will stop doing that and you will take my money. Okay. It got so bad one time, y'all. I was on here. You hear me? I wanted to take a course from this lady. The course was $547. The course was $547. At the time I said, hey, I got 17,000 followers. I want y'all to follow, because I want you all to know and understand my experience. So when you go and you grow, okay, when you get into these types of situations, you will be able to say, you know what? Thank y'all. So somebody subscribe. Thank you so much. But when you experience it, you will be able to say, you know what? Marian told us, yes, it still hurts, but I know how to react. I know how to handle it. And this is what is missing. When you hear people say, my goodness, thank you, Paul. When you hear people say, that there is enough out here for everybody, it's not a lie. So I don't have to down you. I don't have to dog you. I don't have to play with your feelings. I don't have to play with your emotions. I don't have to take your money. Let me tell you something. For those who know and for those who don't know, my YouTube channel is not a joke. My YouTube channel can lead you to some money. It's intentional, because I know that I'm dealing with and I'm coming in contact with people like me, people who are intelligent, people who need information and they know what they're going to do with it. They're just not in a financial space. Okay? They don't have it right now. But I created that page and I put information that gets them the wisdom and the knowledge to get them to a point to make a couple of dollars, and then they can come and find who they want to put their money into. This is purposeful. It's purposeful. And if you do not operate in the space that you're supposed to operate in, you will never see what you want to have. If you're withholding, if you're being selfish, if you feel like pouring out something to somebody is going to keep you from having something, you ain't never going to have nothing. Good evening. Good evening. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. You're not going to have anything if you operate like that. It's not embarrassing for me to come on here and tell y'all that I don't make the money like I used to in this business. But that does not give me the right to say, you know what? Bump them. I'm not about to be coming on here every day and keep talking to them and keep doing it and don't nobody buy nothing. I'm not coming on here, because if I operate in that space, when times like tonight happen and there is a word from on high that needs to be poured into the people, and I'm saying I'm not going to get on there because ain't nobody giving me no money. Listen, a cheerful giver, that's me. A little too cheerful sometimes, but that's why I say blessed. That's why my light's not off. That's why my internet is not off. Okay, that's why my gas is not off. Because although the money is not pouring in like it was, I was responsible enough for the little bit, a couple of dollars that I was making at the time to make sure. My husband holds the household down. Yes, he does. But I refuse to put this man in a space where he has to take care of my business and me. No, because what's for me is going to be. And let me tell you, I am rewarded, okay, when you are set free. I am rewarded when you can take my information to the bank and cash it in. I am rewarded, like somebody just said a couple of lines ago. My word has been what it has been from the beginning. And truckers, brokers, all alike, who've been in the industry forever, who've been in the industry for 5 minutes. They say the same thing. These veteran carriers out here, when they come through here, y'all seen it. They come on, they get on live with me. They say she know what she talking about. Even the ones that don't have a dispatcher, they run their own business. They don't want no parts. They still come through this thing and be like, listen, she know what she talking about. You know, this is what they're looking for. And this is how we're going to thrive. It's time out for playing with people's livelihood in life. You can't get no reward in that because it dries up. I never, ever saw so many sponsored posts when it comes to dispatching before in my life. But here in this last few weeks, even the biggest name, y'all going ham, trying to promote it, trying to get it pushed, trying to get it out there. I ain't doing none of that. Okay? I'm coming on here and I'm being of service. Serve. Great is your reward in heaven. Who did I serve today? Who did I pour in today? Whose life may be changed because I showed up today? That's what I talk to my God about when I get ready to lay down. Because when I get to them gates, if there are some gates, okay, I want to hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Hear me? I don't want to hear, turn away because I know you not. Oh. It's about to be some furniture moving up here in the heavens. You hear me? Because I have to do right daily. I have to be in control of my thoughts. I have to be in control of my mouth. I have to be in control of myself. Okay? It's a must. Now, sometimes my mouth will get away from me, okay? But we all have imperfections, all right? We are all constantly a work in progress. But y'all know what I'm saying. And I hope, listen, I've been a blessing to myself on tonight. You hear me? And I hope that whoever needed what they needed, I hope you got it. And it doesn't, here's the thing about me. It don't have to be no announcement. It don't have to be none of that. Because here's the thing, that one thing that I know for sure. Okay? When I was suffering in silence, okay? When I was suffering in silence, I didn't have nobody to talk to but my God. Okay? When I called you, you sent me the voicemail. When I sent you a text message, you sent me the automatic response that said, can I call you back? Or you answered me and you said, I'm doing something, I'm going to call you right back. Okay? When I had no one to talk to, no one to call, no one to hold, no one to whisper that it was going to be all right to me. Okay? There is an omnipotent being that is always available. I tell you about my times and when I wasn't able to speak to somebody and wasn't nobody able to speak to me because this gonna do something for somebody. Sometimes we get so down and we get so deep in the valley that it is our natural response to want something tangible to ease that condition. So many times our first response is, let me call somebody. Come over here and hold me. And we forget the source because we're so busy looking for a resource that's tangible. I'm gonna get off this now. I gotta come out of it. That's it. That's it. That's it. If you've already taken a course, okay, and you did not quite get what you need, oh, this sounds real altar call-ish, and I'm trying very hard not to do that. If you are someone who has already taken a course, You did not get what you needed. On November the 15th, I will be opening my dispatch ministry. I mean, my gosh, I will be opening my dispatch Trinity. It's two church in here now for the last time this year. Okay. This offering is worth $3,000, but I have provided it in a space of $50 per month. You know, Gina, I'm trying to come out. I got to maintain. Okay. The Trinity consists of, sure enough, Monica, listen, y'all. I've been trying to keep it together, but my goodness. And y'all don't be helping. Because, honey, y'all be on the same page. Y'all be bucking me up. Baby, we been here chicken wanging. Uh, that'll be the last time for this year. Um, because not there's a couple people that I have spoken to. There's somebody that needed the 18th. I will still be able to do that, but it got to be, but it's opening on the 15th. But those we've had conversations. So because I want you all to get in there, because by the new year, I want you to be, know your decisions, even if you don't leave your job and all of that. And I also want to be able to focus on you, because I can focus on a group of y'all at the same time. I can focus on 50, 100 people, because all of you, how we respond, we're in the same space. But once the response is there, and I'll start doing this, I'll take the response also and put it in the library. So there'll be a whole lot of information plus the live. Okay. So the Trinity consists of, we have our, yes, we do. The self-paced dispatching course in its entirety. Okay. The coaching and mentorship library. So that's where the course is, and then that's where the coaching and mentoring videos are. That's where the cold calling is. All of the things that we've done for the past several months, is all in there. And then I'm going to start adding new information. And like some of these videos will not remain in a public platform. They will go to Patreon only. Some of them, but for the most part, they'll be out here. So those two things, and then what completes the Trinity is you will have access to live assistance via the Discord space. So as soon as you enter, there's a welcome message. At the bottom of that, once you read through that, it is the link to the Discord space. That is how we do live communication. We type it. However, comma, when you are operating in your business, it's not a one-on-one. That's part of the $3,000 where you lock me in and all of that, and we operate in cost effective. Okay, but we do it there. But when you're operating in your business, okay, and a sticky situation occurs, like we typing back and forth when we go on, it's myself or who assists me, probably Gina, is but it's bad. I will say, call me, and we'll call through the Discord line. We will get that thing taken care of, and then I will notate it and give the rundown. So when you get into that situation again. Yes, I will consistently help you. Don't be like that. But with anything, you don't want to be the person that is getting the same assistance over and over again, because at that time it's like, okay, baby, what are you doing? What's happening here? Do we need to, is there you didn't tell me about the plan from school, what is called the SAP plan, CAP, and it's okay. It's okay. We all learn differently, but if you had that plan in school, let me know you had that plan so we can govern ourselves accordingly. All right. Let me know IEP. If you had an IEP plan, let sister know you had an IEP plan. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Baby, we learn differently. That's it. So let's come on over here and get the thing worked out. I'm usually up at 5 on the load board. Good. Because some people, they start loading stuff on at that time. And that means you on your mark. Because, baby, at 7:59, you on get set. At 8 o'clock, you on go. That's what I'm talking about. So, y'all, I'm definitely going to have to go on YouTube and say, hey, the information stops at the 30-minute mark. If you go past that, you're on your own. If you go past that, you're on your own. But y'all, for real. So the Trinity, Right now, if you just want the course by itself, $97 for the duration of this live. If you have one no dispatcher agreement or one of those really long dispatcher agreements, and I always chuckle to myself when I think about Kevin, because Kevin had, and there's other people too, but he's the most recent. He had this long drawn out agreement. And when I talked about it on him, he was like, let me go get this. And as soon as he got it, even with the ebook, I think it was Kevin, he was like, oh, this is so much more efficient. And y'all, again, the only way I can provide y'all with this information just out of my head like this, the only way I can create these ebooks and minimize and create these things to make them user friendly is because I've done them. This stuff that I tell y'all and these examples that I give, you can't get that from taking somebody or from Google, because somebody has to do. You know, who gonna do? Who's gonna have the experience to come back and prepare the others? And that's why when I tell y'all that the things that I say are not religious or spiritually, they apply everywhere. Who's gonna be the martyr? Who's gonna be the lead? Who's gonna do it and come back and prepare the others? Who's gonna go and then reach back for the others? Who's gonna do it? Everybody, we live in this space in this time where everybody want to get rich quick. Don't nobody want to do no work, and we just want to sit on the throne. No, somebody got to do. Whether you do it on your own or whether you pay for it, some type of work has to be done. Yes, Kevin. Um, and he's the one that reminded me that in the ebook, I give you all the titles and the things, but in the ebook, if anybody has it, I actually talk to you about the cold calling. I actually talk to you about the likeliness of how a man will get a carrier, how a woman will get a carrier, how it's going to go. I talk to you about if you have an accent. I talk to you because that's the customer service for all them years. Those are the things that I look at, that I listen to. Those times when I was in QA. That's why I talk to y'all a lot about, we may get into a space of ebonics on here. I may be in my D and day and ain't in that. However, when I give you all some examples, especially when I talk to you all about when you are trying to get a carrier and you contact them on the FMCSA website and you say, good morning, am I speaking with the owner of ABC Transportation? Hello, my name is Marian, giving you a call with Empty-Nest Logistics. I'm calling to see if you're in the market for a dispatcher. Okay, that's when I begin to speak that way, because we here, we family, we doing what we do. We hop in and out. We sing a little song. We get this little, entertaining education. However, when we get on that phone, we are about our business. That's thing one. Thing two is a lot of our carriers. Okay, let me get a little closer. A lot of our carriers are entering into this space by way of the hood, okay? By way of the hood, okay? Or they've worked for a company and they've never operated in the space in a professional manner, okay? So when they contact us, they not only want us to help facilitate funds, okay, to run this business, they want us to speak on their behalf. Now, I am from the hood, okay? I know some hood people. I know some hood brothers, and sisters. And there are some of us that refuse to speak proper grammar because they feel a way about it. They don't feel that it is comfortable to their mouths. So as the representative of that company, okay, if I speak fluent Ebonics, and I know that I cannot speak with anyone on a professional level, and you speak the same way, where are we going to go? Who's going to represent in the way that we need to be represented? Because I don't need to speak well to dress well. I don't need to speak well to be on time. I don't have to speak well to say good morning to the shipping crew. However, in order to secure that, I need to have a level of professionalism about myself. And that is something that you offer with your dispatching services. I think I also talk about in the ebook, do not allow your ebonics to take over. Okay, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to get up out here. Because being that we speak in our lazy tongue all the time, a lot of times when you contact them, and they're gonna we listen. I'm good for the examples. Hey, am I speaking with Joey of ABC Transportation Company? Yeah, this him. Yeah, this him. What's up? Now my lazy tongue is ready to respond to that type of language because that's how I speak. However, I have to remind myself that I'm about my business, and it does not matter how gutter, okay, this potential carrier goes, and it does not matter how I can interpret that tongue. I have to remain in a professional stance at all times. However, okay, watch your verbiage, because sometimes you may be a little bit too professional and you have to say, okay, this is what I'm saying. How much money you gonna need to move this truck, take care of your bills, take care of your fuel, handle. Sometimes you have to go, but don't remain there. Go to where they need you to be to get an understanding and then rise back to the occasion. Okay. I done tickled myself on tonight. But yeah, hello, how's it going, sweetheart? 2727. Again, thank you so much to whoever did the subscription on TikTok. Thank y'all so much for tapping the screen tonight. Thank y'all so much for rolling with me. Yes, we went into a direction that needed to be going, that needed to go in. And, I had to be obedient and go on in and just let it have its way. But I really, really hope on tonight that it has, look at y'all hear me say on tonight. My gosh. I really, really hope that you got what you needed from this live. And this is why I always say, you're welcome. You're welcome. See you in the Discord in the morning. Yes, you will. That's why I say everybody that watches my live is not here for that. They get entertained and they get the information, but that's not the direction that they want to go. But when you feel that, that is why people come, because you don't know what people are going through. And there's so much healing that needs to go on. I know I need some. Other people need some. But you got to, confess these things one to another. That's in a book, a good book. They call it the Bible. It's just stuff in there that works. Ingest what you must, expel what you don't. Okay. And whatever you believe in, however you believe it. Because we're supposed to learn stuff from each and every one of us. Ingest what is needed. Okay. Spew out what is not. But I appreciate y'all so much. So y'all get y'all stuff. Hit the link in my bio. The link in my bio. Go to the Shopify store. That's where you can find the ebook My Homeboy Said. That's where you can find the ebook. Also, Marian in the Box Truck, because I started with the box truck. That's where you can find the agreement. Okay. That's where you can find most of the things. And then if you want the course, when you hit the link in my bio, then you go to the self-paced dispatching course. And again, you have to get that before I get off the live. All right. So November the 15th, unless we had another conversation. Okay. November the 15th. I will open. Okay. I will open the thank you so much, user 4XPQ. I'm gonna open the Trinity for the final time for 2022. Okay, we're gonna get in there. There's a whole in there, and in the Discord space is where we in the Discord space. I got to say this. I don't know why, but it is also for you. All right, you finna go? Okay, it is also for support. Y'all know. Here I go. I talked to y'all a lot about when I worked in corporate, and when you train, they have the nesting period, and there's conversations that you have with your coworkers that you won't be able to have. I got you, Dawn. So what you'll do for me is you'll send me a reminder email on that day, and then I'll get with you. We'll work it really quickly so nobody else eases in, and I'll get you right. Hey PJC, how's it going? So that's all you'll have to do for me, because we talk, we know we here. But when you're working and you out in the environment, there is conversations and things that you're gonna have with your coworkers that you can't have with your people at home. They don't get it, they're not gonna understand it. The Discord space is for that also, because we don't have coworkers. Our families and friends may not understand our frustration or what we're going through, or have different ideas on what we, want to do. And that is a space that we have where we have each other. So when you come in there and you frustrated, and you come in there and you got something unbelievable that happened today, we gonna feel you. We're gonna be like, you know what? Oh my goodness, no, they didn't, because we're having that, we have, will have, or are having that experience. And that is the point of it as well, because this thing is lonely. Okay. Even when you get your carriers, once you get them on doing what they're doing, and your mind is still going, and you still got to watch their next move, and you still got to, you need to talk about that thing sometime, or be somewhere where you can get a good laugh. Um, I'm here for the word. Thank you so much, Ashley Brown. In that space is where we can do that, because y'all know I tell y'all, discouraging times are going to happen. You're going to want to quit. You're going to want to feel like, oh my goodness. But when you have somebody like me, and I'm just saying because I can only speak to me about me, it's in the bio. It's going to open up on the 15th. But Dawn, since you're doing it, how you doing it, you won't, if you're not ready on the 15th, it's going to close the night of the 15th. But you and I, when you send me the email on the 18th, I'll get with you at that moment. I ask if you're ready. I'll open it just for you to do what you need to do and close it back. So that's why we'll do it at that time. It's only going to be open on the 15th for everybody to get in. But like I said, you and I have had the conversation, so I know what you need to do, and to get on in there. Yeah, get in there. But yeah, it's encouraging. And no, we do not have a whole lot of spam. We don't have, a whole bunch of pictures and stuff come through. Now, when I come through in the morning, I'll put up, a cup of coffee post, or I'll put up something that say good morning. But we don't have, it's mostly conversation. I say good morning. I see how y'all doing, because that is how I communicate to y'all every day. That's how we communicate. Once I come in there and say good morning, I am up and ready. If nobody says anything all day, then I don't say anything. But that good morning lets you know that I am ready and I'm available. But at the same time, I have to wait for you to reach out to me when you got an issue, or when you just want to talk. We all, we do what needs to be done. You too, you too, you too, you too. So again, I am so grateful for all of y'all. You hear me? This is how I sleep well at night, because I know that I did all that I'm supposed to do to serve. Okay? Reciprocity will come. Connections will come. Money will come. Just continue to serve. Okay? How can you want somebody to buy something from you and they don't know who you are? They don't know who you represent. They don't know what you do. But I just come out of nowhere and I got something so spectacular and I want you to buy it from me. Who are you? Where can I find you? Here I go again with this, how y'all keep from getting scammed. What is when y'all get ready to take these courses, from these highlighted situations, from these big, bold, and brightly lit situations, when before you give them your hundreds and thousands of dollars, what is your aftercare plan? Do I have a direct contact when I am in trouble? When I am not, is there a support place for me to go when I am not having success in what you taught me to do? Okay. Is there someone that I speak to directly? Okay. Is there somebody that's going to reach out to me immediately, or do I need to wait up to 72 hours to hear these things in this particular space, this dispatching space? Things happen in this space now, and we need a right now word. If I got a potential carrier hook, line, and I need you to help me sync them, and I send you a message and your response message says somebody will respond to you within 72 hours, well, in 72 hours, I'm going to be crying when somebody contact me back, because I had a need at the time. Because in this dispatching thing, it's right now. These trucks need to move right now. This broker, this load that you got, and the truck has broken down, this situation needs to be handled right now. That broker needs to get somebody recovering that truck right now. There's things that need to be done right now. That is why mine is set for you to have live assistance during the time that all of this is going down, during the prime time. Okay. Yes, I have someone to assist me, but from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is what I know. This is when it's going down. This is when we cry because the carrier is mad because we can't find what he need that day. It's just not there. It has nothing to do with us. We negotiated how we needed to negotiate, and they still say you ain't worth a damn. I don't know what I'm paying you for. You need to be able to come in there, y'all. My carrier is testy today. I've tried this. I've said that. I've done this. All of the things, and I just can't. Okay. There is somebody, myself, or somebody in there, because I told y'all we have had or having or will have these experiences that's going to say, you know what? Are they on the line right now? Okay. You know what? I've seen all of the things that you've tried. Okay. Let him know that this is what you're going to be doing from here, here, and here. If he'll allow you this amount of time, that gives you time to calm, breathe, and it gives us time to help you reset and regroup. This, for me, is very, very, very necessary when it comes to entrepreneurship. Everybody don't know how to operate in this space. Everybody got to their places and spaces in different ways. Okay? So it is important that we have a support system, continued education, sharing what is happening, what is working, what is not. Because this thing is hard. It's not easy. Not a quick turnaround. You're not going to see your money in all of that. You're going to kick out more time, lose more sleep, and more money in this beginning. But when somebody lets you know that you can prepare, all hearts, you can prepare. You can come back and say, woo, y'all, I done did 150 calls today and not one. We're going to feel that because we do. We do it and we've done it. And there's others who are making their decisions. This helps people with their plan of action. This helps people plan their way out of corporate. This helps people decide if they're going to hire people to do it. You know, that's a whole, but give it. Your reap gonna come. Okay? Your return gonna come. It's going to come. Just do what you got to do. Do what you're supposed to do, and all will be well. All hearts and minds are clear? Everybody all right? All right. I'm going to go ahead and get into this theme of this show. I'm probably going to have me a good cry because, honey, it's still on me. It's still on me. And I'm going to go, and get my breathing together. That steam in that shower going to pull me together. But again, I greatly appreciate y'all. You all could have been anywhere but here tonight, but you decided to pass by and give me just a few minutes of your time. And I hope I did right by you on the time that you did give me. All right, everybody, please follow me on Facebook, Empty Nest Logistics and More. Please look for the and more, because when you put in Empty Nest Logistics, it's going to bring up my old page that the folk got the access took away from me. So don't go over there. And if you're over there, come on over to Empty Nest Logistics and More. I added the and more because there's so much more that I want to pour into you all now. I understand that people who are following me are going in other paths, in other directions. I want to be able to cultivate that and grow it as well because I know a lot of stuff. Plus, when I get this solidification on this application, I'm coming to my community first. I'm coming to my community. You're not going to be able to pay me. You ain't going to be able to skip the line. Who is in here? Who is following me? Hey, what you got going? How can I reach you? How can I put you on my directory? Because when this contract come up, I'm going to be contacting you. This, for those who are new here, I need everybody to come up. I refuse to be the only person in my community with followers and I'm the only one prospering. I got to come see what's going on. If you're not doing anything, if you're not operating in the space, I can't really do anything about that. But if you're moving and you're shaking and you're doing the best that you can, we can visit to see what we're doing, how we doing, what can we do differently, because there's levels to this. I can come on here all day and say, I don't want to be the only one that prosper in my community. But just like the church, just like, families, just like there's going to be somebody who is not at the level that they want to be in, and it has nothing to do with you. Okay. Everything requires work. Now, how hard? That's another subject. Okay. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. All right. Thank you so much for that. I think that's a Ahun 1981. All right. So again, I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. I greatly appreciate y'all. And tomorrow, round and about the 11 o'clock hour, I will be going live. And our topic for tomorrow, if I had to pick a subject, our topic for tomorrow, we are going to be talking about taking on carriers, going into partnership, and releasing yourself or releasing a carrier from partnership. Okay. And plan of action. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So please follow me on YouTube, Empty Logistics. Follow me on in Facebook, Empty Logistics and more. Because I come on TikTok, but you can't get the replays. Okay, you got to go to one of those, but add both of them so you get the notification. All right. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Yes, you will, Gina. Yes, you will. I'll be done got with you for sure, because I need to make that announcement about IFTA. Okay? So yeah, have a good night, good night, good night. Ooh,